Hey, I'm here to do Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 5, episode 19. It starts off where it left off last week, where Kenya was going off because Walter was at Candy's housewarming party. So she was stormed off and was trying to find her car, and Don Juan was helping her find her car because she was just losing it, and he even was like, she's an overacting motherfucker, or something he called her, but I know he called her motherfucker. But, yeah, so she was just acting so dramatic. Even Candy called her crazy. All the women was talking about how crazy she was, and Candy was like, she didn't know he was coming. So Phaedra was like, I knew. And so they was like, how did you know? And she was like, he called Apollo or whatever. So Cynthia was like, if I would have knew, I would have warned her and all this stuff. And I'm sitting there like, stay out of that. That didn't have nothing to do with you. And they didn't have to tell her that he was coming. Like, girl, get over yourself. And Kenya needs to understand that he's going to be in places where she's going to be. Like, you're in his town. He's not in your town. You're in his town. So he has the right to be in a lot of places and all that. Anyway, moving on to Kenya. No, the next day, that party was just stupid, and it was ridiculous. The next day, Greg and Nene, they in the house. I think they back in Atlanta because the house looks like Atlanta. So they're back in there talking, and they're talking about the show. They're talking about getting Brent, I think that's his name. She wants to put him in school in Atlanta instead of being in LA. And I'm sitting there like, but don't you work in LA? And then she starts saying that he could stay with his dad in Atlanta, and she stayed in LA. And I'm sitting there like, so telling me that you're choosing to your career and not have your son with you, I didn't get that from Nene. I didn't get that whole damn segment from Nene and Greg. They're boring to me. Greg and Nene is boring to me, because it's all about the new normal with her. So I don't know if she's trying to wean herself away from Housewives of Atlanta, but I just don't be feeling her scenes. Really, I don't feel the whole show. Cynthia and Kenya and Miss Lawrence, they meet up, and they're talking about what happened at Candy's housewarming party. So he's telling Miss Lawrence what happened or whatever, and Cynthia's kind of getting annoyed, so she started going in like, he's going to be where you're going to be. Like, you need to learn how to deal with those kind of situations. And Kenya was kind of getting mad because Cynthia was telling her that, but then at the end, she kind of understood where Cynthia was coming from, but she just really wasn't kind of trying to hear it at that time. But, yeah, she was basically just telling her what everybody else say, like, you need to get over that shit. He's going to be there, basically. Next thing was Portia. She was talking to Dr. Sherry. Dr. Sherry is from we know her from the Braxton Family Values, season 1 and 2. She was on there trying to just sit there to listen to them bicker because they still bickering in season 3, so she didn't do shit. But she's telling her about her miscarriage she had with Cordell and how she felt alone in that situation. But Cordell doesn't know how she feels. So, yeah, you will feel alone if you dealt with that by yourself and he really didn't understand. Or you didn't explain to him your feelings, because guys take things way different than females. We emotional, and he just probably like just put it under the rug, but his feelings was hurt, but he didn't know how to deal with it. Just like where it was with Lamar and his girl, where they lost their baby, like, he didn't know how to deal with that situation, and he just shut her out, and then he got with Chloe. So that's kind of like the same thing. Guys don't know how to deal with that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Then they go with Candy and Don Juan. Don Juan, they walking up, and Candy's having the bedroom Candy launch party or something. It was like, they were really praising Candy for her accomplishment with the little sex toys. And I thought that was cool because she said, she didn't know that it was going to be such a success. So kudos to Candy. She's about getting her money whichever way she can get it. So kudos to Candy on that one. Nene and Cynthia, they go shopping, I believe it was. and they talking about the new normal and yada yada yada. And they talking about her and Greg and yada yada yada. Then moving on to Candy and Todd, they're in the bed and they're talking about how her mom is feeling some kind of way, and her mom was kind of feeling left out, and she brings up how her mom thought that she was going to move in with them, and she asked Todd his opinion. So Todd was like, he likes her mom, but early in their relationship, he don't feel like the mom should move in, and I agree. I feel like she shouldn't move in. She should let them be or whatever and let them establish their families first. And like Candy said, she will have her mom move in with her when, she get older or whatever, and she can't take care of herself. She would let her move in. But by then, Todd would have a relationship with her. So then Candy brings up about a prenup. And Todd was cool with it. He just said he wants everything to be fair. So hopefully, his fair is like, nigga, you get what you came in with. You get what we build together, not what I had before you. So I hope that's what he means when he means fair. And she said, yeah, I believe in being fair too, but I don't believe in being stupid. So I agree with her. Next was Kenya and Phaedra. They're both doing this workout. They showing both of them doing the workout videos. And Kenya, I think, was in Atlanta. And Phaedra, she rented out a mansion in Beverly Hills and don't know why. To me, it was set up was like Phaedra was more low budget and was like more for the everyday woman, like just working out in the house. And then Kenya was more high end. She was more about the business side of her tape and how she gonna make money. And my thing is, if you're gonna have a video with donkey booties and stallion booties, at least have the girls that's working out with you match that part, because I didn't know there wasn't no donkey booty, stallion booty, especially with the white girl. Like, damn, y'all should have went and got Coco or the Kardashians or something, because, or somebody that got booty like them, because them white girls didn't have none. But yeah, they was throwing shade at each other through the whole little thing. It was stupid. Riley, they showed a commercial clip with Riley, that little segment they show with Riley, and I think it was Todd's daughter. They were washing the car, and Todd came and helped them, and Candy was sitting there because she was like, I don't do that kind of stuff. But it was a little cool little moment between them, which I thought. So that was real cool. But I think I stopped writing notes after that. But just because this episode was really boring. I do remember after that was Nene got proposed to by Greg. Didn't care, didn't matter. It was boring. I did laugh when he said that if he got down on his knees, because she was like, you're going to have to get down on your knees. And he felt like, if I get down on my knees, then somebody's going to be able to help me back up. Then he threw shade where he told the little waiter dude to stand by him because, stand by him because she's into Italian guys, because Nene dated the guy in the last season, the Italian dude. So that was really cool. So overall, I really liked this episode. Was boring. It was just as boring as last week. That's why I didn't do last week. And then I thought I was gonna go off on a lot of people and make a lot of people mad, because when it comes to Portia and her relationship with Cordell, I think that should be just that. Portia and her relationship with Cordell. And should nobody be trying to change her mind or change, put their views on her and her marriage. That's how I felt about last episode. So if y'all want to know how I felt about last episode, there you go. Yeah, that's my review for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 5, Episode 19. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, at thaghettoview, THA, not THE. Instagram, Miss Nika, Miss Nika 69, MIZZ, NEKA 69, and follow me on Facebook at The Ghetto View. Talk to me now.